you want the tea, come get it seriously. Talk about your favorite web series. Right here on Seriously.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Seriously Podcast. I'm Mary.
I'm Brittany.
And if you guys are familiar with us, welcome back. And if you're not, we recap digital web series, so we're glad to have you with us. Today we're continuing our recap of Bigger on BT Plus Season 2.
Yes, and we are talking about episode 8, Strangers at the Shiva. This episode focused on Vince, and what better guest to have with us today than Vince Tristen J Winger. Welcome.
Hey, what's happening?
What's happening? What's going on?
You know, chilling, drinking water, enjoying summer.
Yeah. Enjoying the summer, yes.
I said, you outside?
Yes. Yeah. I'll be outside. I'm vaccinated. I'll be wearing my mask. I'll be outside. We here. It's been a year. Change. Ready to be outside. Let's go.
Let's go. We outside with the mask on still. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so, it's been a while since you, joined us. So let's kind of talk about Vince and his upgrade from season 1 to season 2. He is upgraded, okay?
Mm-hmm. Vince is the man.
He's the man. It's a new energy. He got new confidence.
Moving different.
Right. What did you feel about his new life when you first got to
the He got new clothes. He got a better job, better paying gigs. Like he's great. And so like when I read the first episode of the season, and I saw that it described Vince as just having like just his better persona, like he was a boss now. Like that's what Lane said. She was like, and Vince is a boss now. And then I was like, yes, he's a boss. We ain't struggling no more. We ain't got too big clothes no more.
Yes.
He's winning, and I can't wait to see how much winning he's going to be doing. So I was very excited to read it.
Yeah, I was excited to see Vince, winning, because season 1 it was a struggle. It was a struggle, like he can't win, and I like to see it.
Yeah, it was. Vince was in a very sad place. He was. he was in a place beyond the sunken place. He was just in a very. He was in a very dry place.
Mm-hmm.
I think the dry place is worse than the sunken place because you got no moisture, you're ashy, you're lost. So.
We don't want to be in the dry place. No.
No.
Some of his winning he owes to Shoshana, who's played by Tori Spelling. How was that meeting the Tori Spelling on set, and how was that like?
So Tori is so funny and fun and loving. She was so much fun to work with. Because she's so funny. Like we haven't really seen her do a lot of comedy, like 90210 and everything she's done with after that. It's been more like kind of drama focused. And so for her to be in this show with us and to be like playing Vince's love interest, I'm like, this is about to be real ridiculous. And I was right. As we'll see in the rest of this episode.
Right. A mess. Let's get into episode 208 of Bigger.
Yes.
We start off, we're in 2003. This season we've been time traveling, y'all, in case y'all haven't noticed.
Yeah.
We're just all over. And
I love it.
I love it too, because the music, for one, always takes me back.
Yeah.
And Vince's mama, she's not really here for his music thing, but she's here for the engineering thing. Like she wants him to pursue engineering, like his older brother did, and he's already. I'm sorry?
I said, where did brother come from?
We're learning about Vince in this episode. His family. I'm like, oh, he got more? Okay. So in present day, Vince is getting ready to go with Shoshana to meet her family for a shiva. Her stepbrother, I believe, right? That's what he is. Her stepbrother died.
Yeah.
And so he's gonna go with her. She's stressing out because her family's a mess, and he had no idea because she's now telling him in the car.
Yeah. Right.
And
She told him to
yeah,
worry.
one more time.
I said she told him not to worry, and she's there bawling, weed, everything, like she is freaking out.
While he's driving.
Yeah.
I don't know who does that, but I could never.
Yes.
And turns out, she's not really feeling her family like that because the stepfather is the man that her mom cheated on her dad with. So like there's a lot of tension there that Vince is now having to like enter into that. And
yeah,
he's trying to be supportive. He's like, it's all right, babe, like it's gonna be one day. And she's like, actually it's 7.
Now he's stressed.
Right? He packed for 7 days. No one told him this until now.
No. He ain't know. He's like, I gotta do this for 7 days.
1 whole week. That is crazy.
That's because I heard the shivers, but I don't think I knew they were 7 days long.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
So they're at that one point, they're just fixing their plate. I guess the aunties over there giving all the family gossip and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear this lady like, "Hey, Shoshana," and meanwhile that's Shoshana's mom. I thought that was so weird because in a Black family event, you don't fix your plate before talking to your mother. Like, how dare you? So, but we instantly see why Shoshana kind of avoided her mom because her mom is tearing her down.
2 seconds in.
2 seconds in.
To her. She's throwing shade.
Yes. And the shade and the racist comments talking about Shoshana look like one of those kids on TV with the flies around their head, like, girl. In a way, she was just like, why don't somebody just swat the flies? Not why don't somebody help them? Why don't you just swat the flies? I cannot. Tristen, have you ever met like a girlfriend's parents and it was like, okay, this family's kind of crazy?
Has the family been crazy? I'm a pretty good judge of character. So the women whose parents I've met, they've been all very cool,
okay,
interesting people, but cool, like very very funny. My last girlfriend's parents were very hilarious, so I enjoy going over there a lot, going over to my parents' house, and they would cook a lot. So I was just like Vince in this episode, eating all the food every Sunday.
Let it go. Like she kept saying, "Who is this that's eating all the food?" And I'm like, he had like 2 bites.
Let him live. The food is there for a reason.
I'm not gonna lie, Vince definitely. We definitely had like 12 bites.
He was going in, but
I mean, we're here for 7 days. Yeah.
True.
Oh my god.
He was filling up on rice just in case everything else tasted gross.
Yeah. Which Shoshana's mom acts like, who is this? And he's like, oh, I'm her friend. So, like, oh, I thought this was your girl.
Yeah.
Okay. Because even Shoshana was like, oh, friend.
Right. She was about to introduce him as her boyfriend.
Right.
But he answered first.
Yeah, he stopped that right there. So, Vince kind of explained to Shoshana, like, I don't like what your mom is doing. She's basically setting you up on Tinder dates right in front of my face. Like, I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
But what Shoshana explains, like, well, I thought I was just your friend. And he's like, it turns out he was trying to help her out. Like, imagine having to explain you have a Black DJ boyfriend on top of everything that's going on.
Yeah. Put a pin in that.
Put a pin in that. So Vince goes and to the bathroom. He overhears Shoshana's brother and his wife having this big argument about their mother, of course. Like she's telling him to be a man and step up to this mother, and he's not.
Yeah.
And Vince, he was like so like obvious trying to get the tea. Like, was he trying to be low with it? Like, I would have closed the door a little bit and listened in.
Right, he was standing right there.
Right there, like, what y'all say?
Speak up.
But he stops Vince and he's like, anything you heard? Not true. Not true.
You were never here.
You were never. And it comes out, he confides in him that he's divorcing her. She doesn't do anything for me. So this is too much. Like, why are you sharing this with me?
Right.
I don't know this. Yes, I was listening, but I don't need to know.
Yeah, I don't need to be in your business. I'll hear your business, but I don't need to be in your business. There's a difference.
No, you don't need to know. There's a big difference.
Yeah, he just happened to stop by and like be kind of like shocked by the information he was hearing. Like, he didn't mean to stop and listen, but he was petrified. You ever hear some petrifying information? Like, it just comes out of nowhere. It's just like,
where do you go from there?
What do you do?
Like, well, now I need the conclusion.
What happens next?
So I have to stay right here and binge this conversation.
Because it has to make sense to me at the end. Like,
I need all of it.
Yeah, I'm just going to be thinking about it all day. Like, what happened next?
What's the conclusion? Mm-hmm. And we also learn a little bit more about Vince and his family dynamic. His mom, right now, him and his mom don't talk, like, at all. Like, the mom stays with his brother, and his father was absent his majority of his life. He doesn't have a relationship with his father at all, or his mother right now. So that was unfortunate to hear.
No, interesting that they've been dating like this whole time, and they really never knew about like their family.
It's just something that they both, I guess, just swept under the rug and like avoided, because they knew that their families had some generational baggage. So they just didn't bring it up, and now it's all coming out.
Yeah,
all at once.
It's a lot,
right? Because I'm trying to think, like, when's like the timeline you would think you would share. Like, when you're first dating someone, you don't really go deep into like my family traumas and dynamics and stuff. So how long have they been dating? I think like a couple months.
Yeah, probably a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like 2 months or something like that. Probably.
Okay, that's fairly early.
Yeah, but the only natural way of something like that coming up is like at like a funeral or a wedding or something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or any kind of a trip you take to meet the parents.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So we go back in the day. It's a family party. So I love how this episode, everything that's happened in present day reminds him of his like own past. So this is like a party he goes back to, and we like meet his brother Rance, which is an interesting name, Rance. It's clear that Rance is the mom's like kind of favorite son. You kind of see that dynamic. Mm-hmm. A shame.
You see it, Tristen.
You see it. He's a successful engineer.
Yes.
But his mom wanted that for him too.
Mm-hmm.
She wants, she wants to have two. She wants to be able to, call auntie and them and be like, I got 2 engineer boys. Like, but right now, his brother's like the spotlight right now.
Mm-hmm.
And he shares with him like, he got into the program, but I don't want it.
Right.
He's like real with him, and like he just feels like he doesn't have a choice. Like DJing, producing music, that's his path, and I like that Vince did that, because a lot of people would just follow their parents' dreams and not their own dreams.
That's what Rance.
A lot of that.
I said that's what Rance did, because he asked him like, if you weren't doing engineering, what would you do? And he said, I don't know. Like, he never really even thought about it. Like, his mom's dreams became his dream.
Right. But he don't seem like he's complaining about it. Like, it worked out for him, but not for Vince.
Nah, it wasn't for him. He wanted to pursue his passion. And it's like, in that, well, you don't know this, but that came from a conversation me and the writer Devon Shepard had about my college life because I went to college for mechanical engineering, and then I was introduced to music production because I was a huge Neptunes fan, huge Pharrell fan, and like I wanted to produce music. And I didn't want to do math every day for the rest of my life. That looked real boring. I was in this engineering program in class, bored out of my mind. Um, and yeah, that's where this came from. It's like, am I gonna do this for the rest of my life? This shit I'm bored with. Like, I don't want to do this. This
Yeah.
is awful. This is awful. Like, yes, you get paid well eventually, but like, this ain't fun.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm here for fun. Where the fun at?
Where the fun at? And that's how, like, I feel like you'll be truly happy that way. You know, you won't be happy doing something that you love. You know, the money will come.
Yeah. Like, to me, even Rance didn't look like he was happy. He looked like he settled too. Like, because he didn't sound excited about engineering. He was just like, no, I just did it because that's what she wanted me to do. So that's my life now.
Yeah, that's true. So the next day at the Shiva, you know, Vince is making it clear that Shoshana is his girl. Like, he's standing up, like he's like, so Shoshana's playing along a little bit too well with this guy. Like, okay, this is day 5 and you kikiing a little bit too much, so I need to talk to you over here.
He said, "Hey, babe." What's that? Babe, is it?
It's babe.
Okay.
Like, you doing
This is new.
He put the emphasis on them B's. Hey, babe.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you hear all these consonants.
Yes.
Bring it in for a huddle. Mwah, mwah.
And Shoshana's like, wait, what? I just have to do it for a couple more days. Like, girl, stop.
Yeah.
Nah, we're not doing that. So he goes to the bathroom. This bathroom is giving you all the tea. This is the bathroom. He sees the brother's wife crying her eyes out. And she's like, oh, I just got a text message. And then he's like, oh, I'm sorry about the divorce. Sir.
Why are you opening
Vince don't know the game. When you have tea and you're not supposed to know it, you're supposed to always act like you don't know. You're supposed to say, what's wrong? Oh, a divorce. What?
That's crazy.
Vince is like, oh, I'm sorry about the divorce. Who said anything about divorce? Look at you.
Yeah, my bad. What? Who said divorce? Didn't you just say divorce? Damn, that's crazy. That's what you said, divorce. Damn.
I say nothing.
My pastor said I was clairvoyant.
And she goes up to him. She goes full Karen. She went off.
The tears were gone.
Gone. How dare you? Oh yeah. She goes outside, slaps the husband or ex-husband, and he, like, you know, how could you tell a stranger our business before you even talk to me? Like, you just filed.
Yeah.
And it goes out, and Vince is like, first of all, I don't even want to be here. I don't want none of this. Y'all are putting me in your business. Because the mom started blaming Vince, like he's inserting himself into our life. Like, what?
Everybody's playing the blame game, like pointing fingers.
Yeah.
It's like, how did we get here, guys?
And Vince airs everybody's business out.
Yeah.
Everybody.
They're all crazy. They all crazy. They're all crazy. One brother is getting pegged in the butt.
Right. And then he's going to say, I think Vince said something about inserting himself. He's like, oh, that's gay. Sir, have a seat. Have a seat.
You can't talk.
Oh my gosh. So go ahead.
At this point, Shoshana has had enough. She goes off on her family, like she goes ballistic. She has a moment. And then she quickly apologizes because, you know, it's her family. She don't want to upset anybody. But then again, she's like, you know what? I had enough of this. Like, we all don't even like each other. We don't even know each other. We're just strangers at this point in our lives. So why are we pretending just because we're family? Like, we don't need to do this anymore. And the mom is just like, she's dehydrated, y'all. Like,
she said she's not. Jungle fever. Hell. My God, the mom is horrible.
Yes, I could not.
She
Yeah,
was very funny.
yeah, it was so bad, but so
It's like, I feel bad
She
for her.
said jungle fever as if jungle fever is one, a real thing, and two, like it just makes you just like out of your mind
Right.
and not able to make decisions and speak out of turn and just behave like an uncontrollable child. What?
So Vince and Shoshana are just kind of talking about the day, and Vince is like, you know what, nobody's family is perfect. You know, you have to look crazy in the eye and take a stand, which makes him think about his mom.
Yeah.
So he tells, was this present day or past day?
I think that was a flashback audio. Because
Yes.
I think that was his way of saying like he had the opportunity to say something to her, but he really didn't.
Yes, because he tells her like, "Oh, I got the DJ job," but he didn't tell her that he didn't take the engineering.
Yeah, he
Right.
had a job, and she was like, "Oh, great! Like now you can use that to like pay for school." But he didn't say like, "I'm actually not going to school."
Right. He said, "Yep, I can," and that was it.
Yeah.
For money.
Right. It was like he was lying by omission.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So present day, all of this craziness, like he's like, you know what? Let me call my mom.
Yeah,
And
my mama at this point.
Yeah, I need to talk to my mama, and she's like, "New phone, who this?"
Yeah.
Until it realized that she's actually, I want to say maybe like dementia or
Yeah,
dementia, right? So like, and that was just so sad because, you know, Vince had not been in her life at all. Like he doesn't know. I guess maybe Rance keeps him up to date with like her health, but just as far as their relationship, they don't talk at all, which it was very sad to see.
Yeah.
But you know, yeah.
Yeah, imagine like having an estranged parent.
Yeah.
You talk to while I mean like you get little updates, but like to actually take that courage to be like, whew, all right, I'm gonna take this step. And I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna stop thinking about it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have a conversation. I'm gonna meet up with them. I'm going to say the things that I've always wanted to say and getting that off your chest. Especially when that parent or whoever that person is has some ailment that that you can't blame them for, but also it's like you may not be responsible for this, but you're responsible for these other things.
Yeah.
So I'm letting you know that this affected me.
Yeah.
But
it's like he tells her.
Yeah.
He tells her like, you know, about his passion for music, and she's like, "Oh, I love music. I'm happy," which is like, you was never happy. So it's like, I don't think he ever is going to get that closure because, you know, she can't have that conversation with him.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, but I feel like in some way, like he got something out of it because he was able to say it.
Yeah.
Right.
He was able to get these words out to her. Like he was able to say this to her. He'd been thinking about doing it for a long time and then convincing himself to do it. Also probably telling himself that, well, what's the point? She's not going to understand anyway. But then it's like, but no, I need to say this for myself. So, and who knows? Maybe he's done this before, but I have a feeling he hasn't. I feel like that was the moment.
Yeah. I think this week definitely opened his eyes. And like Shoshana's stepdad talking about life is short and family importance. I think this all like, well, okay, yeah, I need to get my family situation together.
Yeah. So he said that he was settling doing the DJing thing, but he really did want to pursue being a producer. So that was real.
Are you talking about for me?
Yeah.
No, I mean the real part for me was like wanting to be a producer, but also the correlation is like settling for something that's safe. So settling for something that like maybe your parents want to do, or it's something that your parents mention. It's like, well, all right, well, if you're gonna do this, you need a job. So it's like, all right, well, I want to produce music, but I'm gonna go work 40 hours a week at Target, which is what I did, working 40 hours a week at Target while going to school for after I flunked out of college. I went to audio engineering school. But then I was working 40 hours a week. So it's like, oh, I got to do something to support myself. So it's like, that's where that comes in. It's like settling. It's like, okay, well then, yeah, maybe I'll just, maybe, I can still produce music for myself and then like have a day job.
Yeah.
It's like, it's that don't quit your day job mentality. When really it's like, do what makes you happy. And if this is meant to be something that you can make a career out of, so be it. If not, then so be it.
Yeah.
I mean, the point is not to be looking for something that's like, what's going to make me successful? Well, first of all, what does success mean to you? Does it mean that you're making a whole lot of money? Because more money equals more problems. It truly does. So success, we all measure success differently. So it's all about finding what success looks like to you and for yourself. So you can go ahead and find that or create it.
Come on. That's a lesson right there. Come on.
Message.
Preach.
All right, so let's get into the questions, comments, and concerns. The writer's room.